Hello, have you ever looked around and wondered, Lord, why do people who don't fear you seem to be doing better than those who serve you? If you've ever asked that, you are not alone. The same question troubled biblical David, Jeremiah, and Asaph, even Job. So that issue is not new. It is human and it is biblical. Let's walk through it together. We often only see the surface story. Psalm 73 tells us about Asaph, a worship leader, a man of God. He looked at unbelievers and said, "They have more than a heart could wish, and I have cleansed my heart in vain." That was in Psalm 73, verse 3 and 13. In simpler terms, all what he was saying is, Lord, is serving you worth it? But everything changed when in Psalm 73, verse 17, he said, "When I went into the sanctuary of God, then I understood their end." So what changed? His perspective. Prosperity without God is not success. It's merely a ticking clock. There is a prosperity that glitters, and there is one that grows. Secondly, understand that earthly prosperity is not always divine approval. Some people prosper simply because they apply the natural principles God built into this world, such as diligence, excellence, persistence, charity, creativity. Now, these principles work for anyone. A farmer does not need to be born again for his maize to grow on his farm. Rain falls on the just and on the unjust. That's what the Bible tells us in Matthew 5:45. Now, so economic success alone is not proof of spiritual standing. Thirdly, God's training, we must understand, thirdly, that God's training is not punishment. It is investment. While unbelievers may rise quickly, believers are often matured before they are promoted. Joseph, David, Daniel were all anointed, yet they had to be tested and trusted. Why? Because God wasn't just blessing them, He was preparing them to carry the blessing. Gold doesn't fear fire because the fire is not its enemy, but its purifier. Many believers are not behind. They are simply being refined for something that will last. And also, we must understand that God values foundations more than speed. Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord, it makes rich, and He adds no sorrow to it." There is a prosperity that comes with sorrow, yes. A rise that destroys peace. A success that empties the soul. So God is not just interested in blessing you quickly. He wants to bless you deeply, cleanly, and sustainably. Speed is nothing without stability. And in conclusion, eternity changes everything. If this world were all there is, then yes, unbelievers might look better off. But this life is only the shortest chapter of our existence. Now, Jesus asks that very vital and foundational question, Mark 8, verse 36. He said, "What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?" So true prosperity is also measured by the peace that God gives, the purpose He assigns, the purity He sustains, and the eternity that He prepares. So when it looks like unbelievers are doing better, don't envy them. God is building something in you that money cannot buy and time cannot erase. If this blessed you, kindly share or leave a comment. God bless you.